Starting the live now. A lot of you have asked how Willow's doing, the pony that got injured. She's still hopping, but she's able to move that bad leg more than she could before. She does pull it forward sometimes, and she lies down and gets herself back up. She's passed the sensation test today, because at 2 o'clock in the morning when I got the vet back out, the main problem was we were worried that she didn't respond when the vet got forceps onto her skin of a bad leg. But thanks, girl. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. You're a bit dehydrated, darling. Sorry, she was peeing. Need to check that because she's on medication and everything. So, whilst it looks pretty horrible with that leg hanging down there, we have seen her use it, and she does pull it forward when she wants to. She just doesn't very often. The swelling has gone down quite a lot. I mean, it's not an overnight thing by any means. It's going to take time. She'll let me pull the leg forward, and she'll stand with it like that. But what she'll also do now, it's not fully straight, but she extends it a bit more to there. I've seen her do this on her own as well, but yesterday when you tried to do this, the leg was still really bent and she'd just pull it straight back again. We have seen her put her leg out like this and use it to move. And a couple of minutes ago she was actually down, and he got up and she actually knelt on the knee of her bad leg in order to push herself up, which is a hell of a lot better than she was doing yesterday. So it's only been, well, I don't know what time it is, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's only been 28 hours, not quite 28 hours yet. And she's already using it through the knee, and we have seen her using it just toe touch, as they call it. So, I mean, nothing's certain. It's not 100% she's going to make it. It's not 100% she'll ever even be well enough to carry on living. We just don't know. But in the last 28 hours, she has shown improvement. And right now she's really tired because she didn't have her drugs this morning. The vet came out and she flatly refused to let him inject her. Hi. So then we went through other methods. We tried everything possible, and she was having none of it, which, to be honest, the fact that she could fight as well as she did is a really good sign. And the fact that she's eating. The orange bucket, I don't know if you see it just past her hay net there, that has in it, and it's got her drugs in. Hi, hidden within myself, thank you. We are hoping. She's a beautiful girl. She's normally got the best temperament in the world, but today, I'll tell you, we've never seen even a fraction of that side of her. She was a danger to herself. In the end, the vet had to give up. The vet could not inject her. We tried skin twitch. We tried nose twitch. I tried ear twitch. Hi, Red Duchess. Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened? I love donkeys. Oh, it's so sad with the big ears when they go. I love their ears. I'm sorry about that. Gonzo, get out. Yeah, so then I said, well, let's leave it. I'm going to syringe it. You know, I'll syringe it into her. Syringe the drugs. So we had to go for oral drugs. Hi. Are you going to show it? That is actually putting a little bit of weight on the leg. I don't know if you can, don't know if you know horses well enough to tell, but that was movement because of the way she's holding it right now. She has actually got some weight on the toe. That's what they call toe touch. Yeah, so I said, don't worry about it. I'll syringe the drugs into her. Nope. Was not happening. Even on 3 legs, she was rearing up and she was hitting the ceiling there. I think about 4 times she did that. She didn't learn. And then I gave some drugs in some hard feed. Asher went, bless him, all the way over to Elgin and back and everything, and everywhere you can think of to go and get a couple of different horse feeds to try. And she did eat some of the Veteran Vitality, which is by Allen and Page, and you soak it. And we've never yet had a horse that won't take drugs in Veteran Vitality. So we gave that a go, and it worked. Liver failure. Oh, I'm so sorry. A friend of mine last year lost a donkey. They were partners, and they'd been together for 42 years, and they lost the one to a dog attack, unfortunately. And the next day, the other girl just lay down and passed. So sorry. These animals, they really get into your heart. So I might actually get something to sit on, and then I can just sit out here with her. She eats, if somebody's with her, she eats a lot happier than when there's nobody with her. There's another pony in a paddock just opposite, the little white pony, Curly. He's in a paddock just opposite, and she can see him from there, and he can see her. We've given him some haylage right by the gate, so she can see him, to encourage him to stay there. The vet at 2 o'clock this morning told me if she was her horse, she'd have her put to sleep. However, that was on the basis that she wasn't responding to the sensation test on that leg. I mean, she wasn't. The other leg, she was kicking and everything, but with this leg, she wasn't responding at 2 o'clock this morning. But she was laid down on that side and had been for over an hour. And I said to the vet, look, I think it's worth waiting till tomorrow. And she's like, I don't really know. And I understand completely where she was coming from. That's why I said to her specifically, because I know she has horses. She used to keep them here, actually, before we moved in. And I said to her, if it was your horse, what would you do? And she said, based on that sensation test, she'd have it put to sleep. And I said, well, let's turn her over. Hi! She gets around the stable quite rapidly, actually. I said, let's turn her over, and then, we'll do it again. We're trying to turn her over, and she just sprung up on her feet. Though she did fall the first time, but she got up the second time. There were 3 of us sort of helping her. One of us on the lead rope, one on one side and the other on the other side. So she did need help yesterday, but today she's got up. This morning, she got up in front of the vet about 10 o'clock. And again, she'd been lay on that leg. And he said, I'll do sensation test. Can you leave it a few minutes? Because I thought, she might have dead leg. And that's exactly what it was. She had no sensation last night when we did the test. But I asked for it to be, redone just, 8 hours later. And the vet gave me that, 8 hours later. And yeah, she had enough sensation. She had enough sensation that she actually bit. She attacked the vet. She tried to bite him a few times. It took 2 of us to hold her off him. See, it's not very nice seeing her like this. But she's not always this bad. But, she hasn't had much sleep. She's had no painkillers today because she wouldn't eat them. Gonzo, get out. She hasn't been eating the painkillers. But she's getting around. Her water is there, up there. That's her water. This is her hay. This is her hard feed in the orange bucket behind there. She sleeps over in this corner here. I've watched her. I've stood in the kitchen looking out the window, and I've seen her moving around. And I understand completely that seeing her moving like this is horrible. It breaks my heart, seeing that she can't do anything with that leg at the moment. But at the same time, it's 28 hours after, you know, slicing one of your muscles open in your shoulder. If you'd done that, you wouldn't be sort of, you know, saying after 28 hours, well, hey, look, I'm fine, I can hold my weight. It's like if you sliced your thigh open. You wouldn't within 28 hours say, yeah, I'm fine, look, I'm just going to go off running now. You don't do that. And I completely get what the vet was saying, but, you know, it's really difficult, because if I honestly felt it was the end, last night she'd have gone at 2 o'clock this morning. But I didn't feel it's the end. Will you stop eating your shavings? Willow, wait, stop that. You've got lovely haylage there. Daft horse. There's a bit of background with this mare, actually. She was an accidental breeding. We got both of the parents and use Banamine injections for pain. Oh God, something called Floxis, I don't know, begins with F. We can use Banamine, but it's not. They normally use that for colic. So it's one that began with F that the vet was giving her. But unfortunately, because she won't let the vet inject her, she's now been, I've just been trying to give her phelobutazone. I've just been trying to give her that. She's very tired at the moment because she's been up pretty much all day, and whenever she's laid down, you know, sort of an hour later, the minute somebody walks past, she's been, thank you, Ellen. The minute anybody walks past, she's been like springing up and seeing what's going on. She's very excited about things, which is good. She's alert. If she wasn't alert, you know, I wouldn't be sitting here saying I'm giving it a go. You're right, Willow. But Willow's mom, Willow is her fault. You're gonna poop on me, aren't you? Thanks for that. Everyone really wanted to see that. Nice and moist. If you own horses, you tend to get extremely excited about horses pooping, especially when they're on medication. Yeah, right, Willow. Oh, something just cracked. You see? Toe touch. She just put a little bit of weight on that. And that's when Asher and I had our carriage driving accident in March. He was, I think it was a month, no weight at all, and then 3 months toe touching, which is exactly what she's doing now. Whoops, careful. And then she's, you know, just flipped it forward too much. But the fact that she's doing this, and I've now got it on video so I can actually show the vet, which makes me happy, actually. The vet's out in the morning. Hopefully. I called the office and said about the vet coming out in the morning. She said, does the vet know that? Because, you know, it's Saturday. I was like, yes. I don't know. 2 vets said that they'll arrange it. I don't know if it's been arranged. So I just said, well, you know, if I need them to come out, I'll let them know. But when she was down a minute ago, I actually come on, move it forward again, girl. I took the advantage when she was laid down to syringe her drugs into her. What caused the injury? Come on, walk properly. Willow, thank you. We think she was kicked. I put a very short video, only about 15 seconds last night, when the vet was having a look at it. She'd actually already sewn the muscle on the inside on that video. She was just getting ready to sew the skin on the outside. We think she was kicked. We're not 100% certain. It's just it was extremely clean cut. It was about the size of a horse's hoof. None of our horses have shoes, but that means nothing. Can she get up by herself? Yeah. Exactly, Carol. And the thing is, because she hasn't been taking her drugs, you know, she won't allow anybody, even me, to inject her anymore. And she bent a needle that was put in her hindquarters, in her rump. The needle was put in, and she bent it. This is the only problem with the whole, is it broken or not? Because of where it is, you can't really x-ray it, because you have to put a plate the other side of the bone that you want to x-ray. And of course, with this injury, you can't do that. Lift that leg, you silly mare. With this sort of injury, you'd have to put the plate the other side of her entire body, and then you can't actually then do the x-ray. And my vet's up here doesn't have an MRI, and I can't take her all the way to Edinburgh for an MRI because it's like 4 or 5 hours in a car. So, you know, she can't travel. She's not fit for travel. So we basically have, the only way we know whether or not it's broken is how it heals. We don't think there's a break or fracture or anything. But we can't be 100% certain at the moment that it's not broken. We're just hoping that it is just the muscle damage. We've ruled out the nerve, so she's not lost the nerve, which is great. She's not gone through any tendons. It's quite interesting, actually. The vet had her hand between 2 lots of muscle. It's weird. I find that sort of thing fascinating. Even, oh, poor girl. Even when it's my own horse, I find that very fascinating. You know, part of me wants to cry and say, oh my God, everything's bad and terrible. And the other part of me, the veterinary side of me, just, you know, is like, this is really, really fascinating. And, you know, I do learn every injury any of my horses do, or any animal, I learn from. I don't just leave the vet to get on with it. That's her water. She's having a drink over there, which is good because she was a little bit dehydrated. Looking at her pee. Good girl. You can move that. You've just seen her. You guys have just seen her. Willow. That's a Willow. Oi. Seriously, that's your drugs. So you don't want to take it when I'm trying to syringe it into you. It's not, well, no, she's not cooperative enough. But aside from that, you can't x-ray much of that bone at all because you have to get a plate, an x-ray plate right behind that bone, which we can't do because there's too much pony in the way. But we don't think it's broken because she, you know, she is doing, as you saw a few minutes ago, she will do the toe touch. She's just very tired at the moment. Is there a lot of heat? She won't fill in, but no motor control because of swelling. That's exactly it. Sorry, who said that? Exactly, Carol. That is exactly it. And that was my discussion with the vet last night. You know, we were saying, okay, she could have severed the nerve. And if she severed the nerve, that's it, game over. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, when she wasn't responding to sensation tests, that's exactly what it was. Yes, that's the best that we can do at the moment, is feeling bending and twisting. There's no excess movement in the leg. She doesn't scream every time you touch it, or even at all, to be honest. It doesn't matter what you do with it. She's not screaming in pain. She's not flinching too much. But because of the swelling, that's what we think stopped the nerve yesterday from working properly. And the whole thing was, we needed the swelling to go down before we could tell the difference without an MRI between a break, nerve damage, and just muscle. So, I mean, if you were watching in this video about 10 minutes ago, she was actually doing toe touch. She was putting a little bit of weight on this leg. So now she's just being silly. You ever lie down, are you? See, that's weight on that. You're going to lie down on your leg, on your bad leg again. Oh, you've learnt. Good girl. I don't know if you noticed then, but she did actually have weight on her right knee, which, as I said earlier, that's the bad one. So, and unfortunately, we've got to put your rug on you. Oh, no, you're going to get shavings in your wound. Oh, dear. We were supposed to put your rug on whilst you were up, and your dad didn't get it on you in time. She's very tired, and she's not had painkillers she's basically had half of the painkillers that she should. Exactly, Carol. And you know, we're prepared to give her the time. You know, if she's ready to go, I will let her go. But she's not ready to go. Is that nice? Having a snooze? But she's really tired. She's only had half a dose of painkillers today, and she only had that a couple of hours ago. She was up all day. She didn't lie down. So, you know, do feel sorry for her. poor little monkey. And she can hear all the other horses. By the way, Asher, too late with the rug. She's decided to have a snooze. However, yeah, it does hurt, Carol. And as anybody who's ever been in pain knows, being in pain is tiring. You're sort of downhill there, darling. I need to put some more shavings under her head. See, she's moving the leg. You guys just see that? She's moving the leg.
I'll be in the house.
Can you put some shavings under her head, please? Sort of need to lift it up and put a load under, because she's downhill. She's going to end up.
All the blood will run to your brain.
Yeah, all the blood will run to your brain, girl.
Yeah.
Keep going.
There you go.
You're a nice bank. Trouble with the stables, it's massive.
There we go. That's softer, isn't it?
That better? Yeah, you're trying to eat the shavings, are you?
Yeah, it's fitness.
I've now got to get that rug on her later. Chronic pain. Mama Woods, I have fibro as well. I know exactly what you mean. And I was not having a good day yesterday or today. And, you know, it's one of those things, you know, what? Your kids always come first. It doesn't matter if you're at death's door with fibro, you know, you can't move a muscle or anything. You'll always still deal with your kids first. And these are our children. Asher, is this gate shut?
Yes, that's latched.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to come out. I'm going to, I'll end the live. And, I'll let you all know how she's doing tomorrow. I'd rather do a live and answer questions in person, just tell people what's going on, rather than typing replies to everybody all the time, because, I don't know, typing it makes it bit more scary. Yeah, Mama Woods, that's it. Right, Obi, can you get out of the way? Go away. God. Right, I'm going to get myself up. Oh, pain. Okay, Willow, darling. I'm going to leave you. You're going to have a maximum of 2 hours down, and then I will get her up. Oh, good girl. Good night, sweetie pie. Have a snooze. Have a rest. Good girl. Okay. Who doesn't like me at the moment? I'm meeting to give her drugs. Good night, Willow. Good night, everybody. Fingers crossed. Send healing thoughts, love, prayers, whatever you do, please, for Willow. Bye.